hello. Uh, so this is just basically a test for the most part. Of course, unfortunately, I am doing this in portrait mode. One little thing I need to figure out on that side now. Um, but I just want to see if how long the sound lasts on this stream. I know the last time, it's been a while, but the last time I tried live streaming, what happened was the sound cut out. And now I'm just going to see how long the sound will last, of course. I did a few updates to my fish aquariums, and kind of go over a few of those changes. Just to basically show you guys what's going on with them. Nothing really major. Basically an update on my tanks and how they look. Um, the multis are doing great. They're rearranging their living areas. The sand is in humps and shells are all over the place. Starting to look pretty neat. Hello, loaves and fishes. Thanks for joining today. Um, but basically, welcome to this is just a test. Are you hearing me okay? Do I have sound? That is the most important thing here. Because video, I can show you stuff without sound. You can't hear what I'm saying. Um, Let me see if I still have sound. Perfect sound. Okay, great. So while I have sound, I think first thing I'm going to show is pretty much my main tank, what I did with my main tank. It has to do more with the plants as well as my lighting situation on that. So let me go ahead and grab my little thing right here. Sorry for the portrait mode. I kind of set it up incorrectly. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my other camera just to show off my... Oops. Okay, looks like my camera wants to switch over to the thing itself. And it's going to go back to me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn this thing off and just use my camera. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch over to the other camera and show off my main tank. So this is one thing I did with my lighting is I actually decided to hang it rather than having it sit on top of my tank. Makes it easier to actually go and do work on it. So basically, and also look above and see above shots where you can see all my giant duckweed and see the tops of the fishes as well as the lovely half peaks I have in here. I can see the top of them, see them swimming around. Nice little fish. I mean, they're actually not shy one bit. If I put my finger in here, they kind of won't even run away from it. So that's basically one thing I did was with that. I ordered, this is the Fluval 3.0. I ordered the hanging kit, which is this part of the hanging kit that I got from Fluval, which is hanging from some, what these are is I got this from Home Depot. All it is a shelf bracket. And I attached it to the stud right there, and it's hanging on there. And this, of course, just is sitting right in there, which is holding the hanging kit, which is holding my Fluval 3.0 above the tank a little bit. That way it's not so close to the water. And I did actually had some plants to this. If you see back there, I have the, what is that? Hygrophila cordata red I ordered from Dustin's Fish Tanks. I received that this week. It's just freshly planted. Next in the back as a background frame, which is right besides the crinum right there. I did cut some of this tiger lotus to actually just highlight that back there, and I probably will do that eventually as well as it grows more. Just kind of keep it like a nice V little shape coming out of my dwarf sag. Hello, DeFreeze Aquariums. I hope I pronounced that right. Thanks for the comment on the tank. I do like the way it looks. I kind of like the wild look. And there, of course, is my resident Epistogramma pitoides in this tank, which of course is an orange flash as opposed to the triple reds I have in my other tanks. No female friends for him in here. Not that it will matter anyways, because the community fish would actually basically eat the fry. Thanks for the congratulations on the channel of the week. I'm actually proud of that now. Thanks for, I guess, putting me up there. Let's see here. Up and, oh wait, what? Oh, and there is one of those lovely Pistogramma fry. I had it in the breeder box, and apparently it found its way out of the breeder box and into the tank. So actually I have two Pistogrammas in here now. I did not notice that, and I was wondering where that third one went, and now I know where that third one went. It went into my main tank. So basically, that's one thing I added was the Cordata Red back there, as well as the water Wisteria I added right there to add some more background on there. I got rid of the yes, I kind of didn't notice. I kind of had a feeling he went into this tank because I didn't see any dead bodies. This is just the first time I've actually seen that fry in this tank. But back to the plants. No problems with the neon and Epistos. I have no problems apparently with the cardinal tetras in here and the Epistogrammas. They get all great. Apparently this fry right here is doing fine in there. Of course, he's a little bit larger size, so this is going to be too large for the cardinal tetras that are in here, as well as the half beaks now. I'd be more worried about the with the fry with the half beaks. But they don't bother each other. They hang out really nicely. There's, of course, the school of rummy noses coming in. But there is my main tank, and looks like I have to replace one of the water wisterias that just decided to pop up and start floating. But basically, that is my main tank right there. Of course, you can see the reflection of my older boy playing Roblox. So this right here, I'm going to move down. Let me see. Great. Give me another idea for additional fish for my community tanks. Thanks. Yeah, Pistogrammas do actually good in the good in the community tank. I had no problems with them. They get well great. Now the one thing, if you're keeping Pistogrammas in with the community tank, is if they're breeding. If they're breeding, they might be a little bit aggressive protecting their nests. But moving down to my bottom main tank right here with my Maltese. As you can see, I have a lot of brown algae right now. Give me 1 second here. Okay. But basically, as you can see, I do have a lot of brown algae in here. I need to clean that up right now. Not right now, but eventually. But basically, this is my Maltese tank. Hello, DPK Fish Aquariums. Thanks for joining me here. Basically, going through the tests on the sound, and so far the sound sounds good apparently. So I'm going to continue. It's heavily planted with a large piece of driftwood. Yeah, heavily planted are really nice for the cardinal tetras and the Pistogrammas. They like the hiding spots. But going back to my Maltese right here, I haven't seen any babies yet on this tank. I'm hoping that I do have some females and males in here. I can't really tell yet, mainly because I don't see any babies swimming around. But like I said, they have been doing a lot of construction work in here. As you can see, that little corner right there has been excavated. You have some corners there. They were kind of building around that aquarium heater. I had to lift it up a little bit. Just wasn't sure if the sand was going to be a problem if it covered it. I might actually have to raise that aquarium heater up a little bit more. And Maltese do love digging. As you can see the bottom glass on there. But I'm still waiting for some baby fry on this. I would love to actually get this colony going. And like I said, Like I said, I really like to see some fry, and that way I ensure that I do have males and females. I think that guy right there is a male right there in the center of the screen. And then I think those other ones are females. The females typically stay in the around the closer to the shells than this one right here. So that's why one thing I am thinking that that one is a male, considering also the little bit larger size as well. I'm so jelly. I would like a multi-tank. Yeah. They've been pretty nice so far. That's one reason why I did build this aquarium stand, was to actually add another aquarium into my living room here. And I was trying to decide if I wanted this tank as a
How can I sleep?
I was considering either pistogrammars or the Maltese. I decided to go with the Maltese because I already have plenty of pistogrammas like this guy right here, as well as that little guy right there, as well as the other ones in my other my boy's bedroom. It's the silica causing the brown diatom algae from the substrate. It's normal. It's normal. Otters love eating it. Yeah, and also another thing that do love eating it. If you see that white stone right there, that was actually covered in brown algae, and about 1 day later, it was actually gone. Mainly because of these guys right. Oops. Let's see if I can get a good picture on here. Because of these guys. Let's see, these guys right here, which are the snails I got. If you remember my unboxing, that is the Septeria porcellana, which is the flat nerite. They do a great job at eating. And if you watch that unboxing, I did actually put a couple in my main tank. However, like I was saying in that unboxing video, my main tank, for some reason or another, cannot support snails. I put snails in there and they die. And those two were actually not doing well, so I actually removed them and put them into this tank. And I believe that guy right there is one of them. As you can see, it's a little bit kind of bit less big than that guy right there, or gal. And of course, here's another one kind of eating at the bottom of the glass. Trying to find one where I could actually see this shell so I could show you that. I agree on the diatoms. My MTS took care of most of it. The autos got the rest. I do love autos. I do have them in my main tank up above. They will definitely. Nerites are awesome cleaning crews. I agree, and don't breed unless you have brackish water. Yes. One downside I've seen on nerites though is they leave little white specks all over the place. I've had better luck with these nerites. These really don't. These nerites down here, which are the Septeria porcellana, they really haven't left a lot of white specks in my tanks. They did lay eggs in my bedroom tank. But that was a while ago, and they haven't laid them since. And those easily just fall off, as opposed to the other nerites, which stay for a while. I just posted your stream to the Fish Tuber notification squad. Thanks, DeFreeze. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if it's DeFreeze or DeFreezy. But let me see if I can find the back shell of one of these snails for you guys. I see a couple on the shells eating the algae off the shells, which are going to probably hopefully keep these shells nice and clean. Sorry about the background noise. My boys are playing games in here, so they're going to be a little bit noisy as well. Let me switch to this little corner right here and get another view on this Maltese tank. The freeze? Okay, thank you. Let's see here. Sometimes it's hard to tell how to pronounce people's last names. I know if you ever seen my last name, it could be a little tricky to pronounce, although it's pretty much how it is. Looks. There's one of them trying to get a focus on them, but I don't think I can get a focus on them too well. Now, if you hear a little slight echo, that's because I'm sitting next to my heater, and it's kind of echoing my voice. I actually like this view of my tank though. Nice little look inside. You see the Maltese. Unfortunately, I cannot see a good portion of these snails in this tank,
Although when I go over to my bedroom tank, I can actually show you that. And I could probably hopefully get a front view of the snail as opposed to the view of it eating on the glass. So let me go ahead and go. Let's take a trip into my bedroom here. Sorry about the mess. My boys are a little messy today. This morning. This is my boys' room right here. Of course, you can see that tank. I will go into that in a second. Let me see. Okay, go turn on the bedroom. Take a trip. Take a trip into my bedroom tank. Turn the light on here. And let's see if I can find any of those porcelana snails, those flat nerites. There, of course, is Frank. And Frankie is kind of chasing away Frank right now. I'm going to have to clean this glass, though. Let's see. Frankie has been pretty much bossy to Frank lately, so she just loves chasing him around. Let's see here. Let me see if I could find one of those Septeria porcellanas. Ah, there is beautiful pistos. Yeah, I do love the way Frank and Frankie look. I love their yellow. These are some other of the epistogrammas I did get from Aquatic Arts. They sell them as lemon cockatoides. They might just be also known as gold cockatoides. I haven't really figured that out. I haven't really found much about lemon cockatoides other than some sites saying that they're some kind of breed being bred out of Europe. And like I said, Frankie has been chasing Frank around lately. And of course, you can see that Hillstream Loach, which I'm trying to get out of here, just because I kind of want to try to get these Frank and Frankie to breed more. And I'm not sure why the fry haven't been surviving. I don't know if it's the fish in here other with the Frankie, but it might just because I think these cockatoides are a weaker breed, which that's might be why the fry hasn't been. The tail color is so bright. I like that. It shows that the fish are super healthy. Yeah, I have no problems with this tank whatsoever, especially with the pistogrammas. My main tank is a little bit more tricky. Um, I've had a few issues with that one, but I'm kind of working on that. I think I've had that. I think I have the main tank tiled in now. This, of course, as you can see, if you look in the substrate, it is kind of messy, but I can't keep it that way. Just basically hoping that the fry would eat from there. Um, but here is what I came in here to show: is the Septeria porcellana. And of course, the light is kind of a little too bright over there. That way you can kind of see the markings on those nerites, those flat nerites, anyways. Maybe add guava leaves to increase their survivor weight and release very little tannins. I could probably try doing that in this tank. Maybe try it out and see how it goes. I do have guava leaves. I do have some of those. I also do have some of the catappa leaves too, which you actually in a bit when I go into my boys' room, you actually see some of those catappa leaves in my fry grow out tank. And now that I see that fry in the main tank surviving, I'm not quite sure if I actually need a grow tank for them, anyways. But I kind of like to just have them in their own tank. That way, I can actually keep track of them better. I can't really keep track of that fry in the main tank because he's gonna be hard to find when I need to. But this is basically my bedroom tank, and of course this right here is the Apanogeton. This is actually one I had in the main tank when I got the Wisteria. I actually moved this one into this tank right here to grow right there to kind of cover the filter right there. If you see that filter right there, that one is one of them I got from Amazon. I do love this one a lot, mainly because it gives me the chance to actually add some more media as opposed to just sponge filters, and it is actually really quiet. I can't even hear this tank in my bedroom, and I will show you one reason why. Now, if I open, you can kind of hear it a little bit. What I do on that is on that little elbow, I kind of leave it halfway in the water and halfway out the water, and it kind of muffles the sound. Hi, Friday Fish Facts. Hi, Ron. Thanks for joining me this morning. Um, but yeah, the Patagonia, they will shoot off runners. They will shoot off flowers. This particular one has shot off flowers before, and actually, I do have when I breed my Corbenzas, I didn't do too much gravel vac just so that I have something to graze on. Exactly. That's one reason why to have a lot of good stuff on the ground. This tank right here, I actually have never even gravel vacked. I just kind of let it grow. But let me see. This one actually does have a flower growing right here. It's kind of in the corner right here. If I could actually move it there, you can see it kind of coming out of the water right now. That is from that Ponogedon. Of course, you can see all the lovely smaller duckweed, which is a pain in the butt to move. Hello, Fishaholic. Thanks for joining me. The lotus look great. Yes, it does. This one right here actually stays nice and low as well. I haven't had it make any runs to the surface. I have one in this tank and I actually have two in the other. And there, of course, is the Java fern. And that, of course, has growing new leaves on the new baby plants on the leaves. So there's that, and there's, of course, is Frankie's little pistogramma pista cave, which is made out of a coconut that I actually made myself. Let's see. I love that lotus. I want a couple. They are great. I don't know if you saw my previous stream. I actually have a couple in my main tank. Let me go back to my main tank because there's one other thing I do kind of want to show as well. Now keep in mind, my boys are being noisy right now, but hi Liam. This is my main tank. Here's another one of my the tiger lotuses that I have. This one is actually buried into the dwarf sag. So basically, I do have. You can see how the leaves just come out of the dwarf sag. And there was one in the middle right here. I did cut that one off just so I could see the chordata there. Hi, Select Pet. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I do love the look of this tank. It is kind of a wild look. And there, of course, is my other tiger lotus right here in the corner. Oops. Thanks, Friday Fish Facts. And there, of course, my multis I already went through earlier. So, of course, now I'm going to just move on to my boys tank right here. Thanks, DBK. This, of course, is my boys' room. This is the boys' tank. Which, of course, there's Bumblebee right here still in her little corner. This is the corner that she hangs out at. No fries in here right now. Except for one of the except for some more fry that I have left over from the first batch. Let me see, there's one right here. Let me see if I can focus in on it. Oh, there it is, right there. There's one of the fries from the first batch. Actually, I have two of those little guys in this tank. I have one in my main tank that kind of escaped from my little breeder box. Beautiful rocks. Which rocks are you talking to? Oh, the only rocks I have in here are those guys right cut. And then I have some driftwood. Let's see here. Looks so natural with the plants. Yeah, I love the way that live plants look. This, of course, is Anubias that I have growing on the coconut hut. I have the Java moss there. I do have some more of the what's Java fern that you had with Optimus Prime. And of course is going to be Amy Rose. The one way I actually could tell Amy Rose apart from Bumblebee is Amy Rose has more orange in her fin. Let me see if I can get a good picture without the light kind of outshining it. You can see how the orange on the top fin, that is Amy Rose. I bought 10 fry a few weeks ago, orange flash. How the fries? You bought 10 fry. How the fries doing up there, Ron? How is the filter doing? How is the filter doing? Fishaholic, which filter are you referring to? I'm trying to think here. Is that the Trident? I believe that is the Trident. If I remember right, I kind of forgot the real name on that, but I believe that one is the Trident, which I do have kind of glued to the pieces of driftwood. Um, One reason why I do actually have that there is to create sight breaks for the two Epistogramma females. You can see it more on here. I never tried sponge filter with a compartment with biomedia. Yeah, they actually are. They are nice. I do love them. I actually have in the compartments. I put CCAM. What's that? Matrix. So I have that in there as well as the sponge filter. Adds a little bit more filtration media to it, rather than just running it on sponges. Let's see here. If it goes to that compartment, then it goes out the tank. So I do love these filters. They're nice and quiet. Like I said in the bedroom tank, I can't hear my bedroom tank. I know a lot of people, oh, sponge filters are too noisy, too noisy, too noisy. These ones not. If you, like I said, just put. And of course, here is my gorilla tank. This one, as you can see that running. I'm gonna try to find the fry. Oh, the fry is coming, and there, of course, is one of the fry in here. I'm kind of hoping to grow them out a little bit larger. And those little specks are food from live food in here later today. So there's that little guy right there. There's another one in here somewhere, which is up. I just kind of startled it. And it kind of ran next to the sponge filter right there. Wow, there's this filter. So these are two of the fry from Optimus Prime and Bumblebee's first batch. So did you guys have any questions right now? Okay, I'm gonna set up this tripod. I'm gonna actually go get something. I barely hear my sponge filter. I use the plexiglass for lids. Really buffers the sound to reduce evaporation. My problem with my main tank though is it kind of also does not does muffle. Actually, that makes it worse. But sometimes it's actually one thing I don't hate. Okay, I'm losing my track of thought right now, but for the sound would work. Cockatoides mainly because of my water. I do have hard water, and from what I've read, the only really pistogrammas that really do well in harder water is typically the cockatoides, and I believe the agaggazizii, but mainly the cockatoides if you have harder water. Typically, pistogrammas do like soft water. So that is going to be my one issue with the pistogrammas is they do like soft water. You could kind of do a cockatoides better in, not better, but you kind of do cockatoides in hard water more than the other pistogrammas. I would have trouble with that, but I will be right back. I'm actually going to get some Daphnia for this tank. So I will be right back in a second. Okay, I'm kind of coming back right now. I'm gonna go ahead and feed these guys right here. I do got some Daphnia from my Daphnia cultures that I have outside. Let me see here. So there they go. Kind of time to feed these guys. So, what do you guys feed your fish? Do you have any live food? Gotta go. Glad I got to be here for a while. Thanks, Loven Fishes, for joining me, and have a good day. Let me see here. They're kind of all hanging out in the corner right there. Let's see here. Kind of focus in on here. I do love the way that these fish hunt for their foods. And of course over in that area, as you can see Optimus Prime going after the Daphnia. I really wish this was in landscape and not portrait. I apologize for that. Another good reason to have these tests is actually to make sure you do things right in the first place. Let's see here. You can see Optimus Prime hunting for his Daphnia. And you kind of see Bumblebee coming into the frame a little bit there. And I just noticed Bumblebee is quite yellow today. I wonder if they're going to start breeding again soon. I haven't had much luck yet, again, in this tank with the fry. I think what's happening is, I believe Bumblebee here, as well as Amy Rose, are having little squabbles and kind of killing off each other's fry. So I might have to do something to that, but I haven't had any luck with the fry other than those larger ones that you do see I've shown you. They've had a few other batches, but nothing has yet grown larger like the other ones. So okay, so anyways, that's it for this live stream. I just kind of wanted to see how the sound was going. I'm glad that I had plenty of sound this time. Like I said earlier, the last stream I had sound problems. I'm just glad I could actually do a live stream again. I'll probably have another live stream eventually. I don't know when. I do mainly like doing videos for the most part. But guys, thanks for joining me this morning. And I hope you have a great day. And I will probably just keep it on a little bit longer on Bumblebee right here because I like following her. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. And have a good day, okay? If I could figure out how to stop the stream. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.